All right, my bad.
What happened?
I was muted the whole time.
That was
So
a
I'm
really
just
good
like,
intro. That was a really good intro too.
I know it was on fire.
Oh, dude.
That was your best
Fucking
intro.
awesome.
Oh God! All right,
the
so
best one I've
here's
heard.
the TLDR
Intro
of
ever.
that last 10 minutes. I'm hijacking Big G's Saturday Night Vaper stream. So I'm capturing that Zoom, broadcasting it to you guys. So I'm gonna leave it up for a little while. If you like what we're doing, come over to Big G's channel and subscribe over there, watch over there. So I'm gonna hang out for a little while over here with this stream. I'm trying to pay attention to two chats, so no promises on either. So if you do want like to interact and have questions answered and stuff, leave them over on Big G's channel because there's much more of us paying attention over there. So not majorly interactive with my channel tonight, sorry guys, but we're just kind of spreading the love around and having a good time tonight, getting drunk. Well, I don't know what you guys are doing, but I am. And,
I just want to add this in.
Cheers, buddy.
I just want to add this in real quick, just because you should still go over to Big G's channel because we do this at 6 p.m. every Saturday night. So definitely go over there. We're usually drinking, talking about movies, talking about music, talking about a whole bunch of random stuff. Usually some foul humor, all that stuff. But we are actually streaming on 3 channels right now. 3 channels right now.
Yep. I'm the only sober one.
Task.
One thing I've learned about this show is never come empty-handed.
let's do a group cheers.
Cheers.
Come on, everybody. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, Kim's got that hard stuff, that sweet tea.
Kimmy.
And I've got my iron brew.
We were talking about, before we came on Sherlock's channel, we were talking about guns and politics. Well, not politics, really. We were trying to stay away from politics. But it is funny how people think, like, how I think is, like, I don't give a shit about politics or anything. But, like, the gun thing with me is, like, whatever people want to do. It's just whatever.
If you're not hurting people, right? If you're not hurting somebody else, fucking let your freak flag fly. Live and let live.
That thought to me, it's a no-brainer. To me, it's like, you know, if you want to own a gun, you should. Just don't hurt anybody that's not hurting you. But to other people, it's like, yeah, but Nick, that's not how it goes.
Well, people are like, guns are bad. Guns are evil. Guns kill people. But my perspective is that guns don't kill people. People kill people.
People kill people.
And from my perspective, it's a mental health issue, not a physical firearm issue. Countries like the UK, where people can't get firearms easily, they're fucking plowing people over with vans and throwing acid in their face. Like, evil is evil. And that's what needs to be dealt with.
And some people see it both ways too. They like, you know, if I owned a gun, obviously my family would probably be more protected. Who knows though? Maybe something horrible happens and my family's not more protected. Maybe that gun gets taken off me and used against me and my family. Who knows? Or maybe it's just like,
statistically, a gun increases statistically your chances of being involved in gun violence, obviously, right? If it's around, just like driving a car statistically ups your chances of getting into a car accident.
Yeah. Like if somebody tried to break into my home now without a gun, I think I'd be able to protect my family if they didn't have a gun. But if there's a gun in the mix, who knows what fucking happens?
Well, see, that's why I've been shooting firearms almost my entire life since I was old enough to responsibly handle one.
Education is good.
Education is a major issue. I think firearms should be respected 100%. They are a lethal weapon. They can be, right? And they need to be treated as such. And so you need proper education. You know, you don't muzzle, you do muzzle discipline, trigger discipline, proper handling of a firearm. But so that's why I own one. If somebody tries to come into my home and hurt myself or my family, I will not fucking hesitate to use that firearm.
Oh no.
And I've trained, I'm very proficient with the firearm for that reason. And I enjoy hunting. Actually, you know what? I say that, but I don't. I enjoy that the aspect of hunting other than taking an animal's life. I'm not a big fan of that, actually.
I don't think anybody is though.
Yeah.
Like they They like the fact of the hunt. They like the fact of being together with friends and doing
Right.
it.
Yeah.
The taking the animal's life is
I actually
more like
hate
a
it.
trade. It's
Yeah.
a trade.
Right.
It's like I
I'd
get
rather
food.
sit there and not do that.
Yeah. I mean, most animals die a horrible death if they don't get shot with a perfect shot.
And see,
to the heart.
well, so like it'll make it maybe, you know, if you're firing a 308 or a 30-06 or something, like a rifle round, and that goes through an animal at 100 yards or whatever it is, that's going to create a lot of damage real fast, and it might make it a few hundred feet before it drops and just dies. There's a few instances where, you know, you shoot it in the ass and it's suffering, but then you put it out as soon as you get there.
Well, that depends on how good a shot you are.
That's
You're a
true
good
too.
shot.
Right. That's true too. Like a proficient hunter aims for, you know, a center mass lung and heart shot to kill it
I
instantly.
always aim for the ass. Always.
Yeah, I want to wound that fucker. Yeah.
You want to see that thing run around and fucking jump, eh?
Yeah. But like I do take solace in the fact that like this meat's going to feed myself and my family, and there's the whole, especially with the white-tailed deer here in Pennsylvania, it's an overpopulation issue. It's population control. The same could be said for fishing. It's just a much less kind of violent way of doing it. Well, not because you're fucking sometimes banging a fish with a club.
In PA, definitely more deers kill humans than humans kill deers.
Yeah, when they're running out. What a stupid animal. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Hey,
I've
there's
had
some bright
friends
headlights.
die.
Let me fucking run into that real quick.
Yeah, I had a friend die of a deer accident, and that shit sucks.
Dude, I was with my dad when I was younger. We hit one on the highway going 65, and it was scary.
In the same respect, though, I've had a friend kill his father.
Who's screen
in
sharing?
a hunting accident.
That's me.
Okay.
Or no, I had a father kill his son in a
all
hunting
it does.
accident.
Yeah, see, that's... I want to tread real careful here with what I say, but that's fucking stupidity.
What happened? Yeah, I mean,
Like
that's
if you're
drinking and
if you're
hunting,
out with
yeah.
your buddies and you're spread out and you haven't had constant contact with them and you're sighting up to pull a trigger of a firearm and you're not fucking positive about what you're going to shoot, you shouldn't have a firearm.
Yeah, that was drinking and hunting.
Yeah, see, that's fucking stupid. And I've been in some situations, especially in Texas, man. When I lived in Texas and down there with my buddies, there was a lot of drinking and firearms, and there were some sketchy situations, and that shit like should not happen. But there's always that one guy who's gonna be like wasted and being like, I'm a firearms expert, and meanwhile he's fucking flashing the muzzle in front of you, you know. But
What's funny is my family let me go out and hunt with the same guy when I was younger.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
what are they trying to tell you there?
They're trying to tell you fucking life is short, shoot 'em up. Look what I got, Kenny.
Yeah, buddy. Yo, and a bottle's the best too. Except for those bottles are hard to fit in a koozie because the bottom's so
Ew.
fat.
Yeah,
Dude,
but they're
ew.
nice.
Yo, we're not friends anymore.
Who, me?
No, whoever said you.
Me?
That was me.
Oh,
No,
John.
I don't fuck with Modelo. Modelo.
It's Modelo.
I don't fuck with
It's
Medeo
Modelo.
either. Fuck that guy.
I was fucking with Sallymore the other night.
I don't like that or Corona. I hate Corona. And people think I'm nuts for not liking Corona because, it's so good. It's the best. No, Corona fucking sucks.
No, they're not the best beer ever. They're not. They're just.
I just finished my last Corona today, and it was delicious.
It's kind of I live in a Spanish neighborhood. What do you want from me?
I think G was just showing us how many chats he's monitoring.
It was 30.
He's a multitasking machine.
Yeah.
Have you ever got the same question in 3 chats yet?
No.
That would be
about to, though.
that would be the best way to get a question. Answer
Right?
them all at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Atlas says last time Sherlock went on a fuck that guy rant, we got a cool T-shirt.
Should I make the fuck Mateo shirt? I love these live streams. They keep giving me awesome ideas for T-shirts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Has
Next
anyone
morning, you're
built
like, this is
anything
probably
on
not a
you?
good idea, but I'm going to make a T-shirt out of it.
Yeah.
I built something new today. Bear with me a second and I'll show you. Let me see. And there, and there.
Yo, you know your mug you have on Teespring? The one that says Wire Talk with Big G?
Yeah.
Do it in white.
Not really.
What, the T-shirt?
No, the
I don't
mug.
really know it.
You have a mug
mug.
with the
The
black wrap.
copycat.
Oh yes,
But-
that one.
Yeah, do it in white, dude.
Yeah, the logo will show up a lot better, I think.
Yeah, that
I
and
think I
like
do
the
have
rest
a
of the
white
mug's
one.
white, you know. So instead of being a confused, biracial mug, it'll know who it is.
I don't know who I am.
There we go. So
Oh,
that was new.
That's your SSFC.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the fuck that build.
That's a nice build, man.
Yeah.
That's 44.
44.
Look at that.
Oh shit.
Ooh,
Dude,
That
those
was my
pastel
build for the-
colors are
it's a
insane.
shame. It's
Yo,
not-
you need to
Yeah.
crank the saturation on that.
I haven't even edited that yet.
Yeah, crank the
That's
saturation.
pre-edit.
Do you do Lightroom or no?
Just
I do all of it. I do Lightroom, Photoshop.
All right, in Lightroom, there's the HSL sliders, hue,
Yeah.
saturation, luminance.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can, crank the individual saturation and luminance of different colors and really get those colors to pop. Don't do it too much though. Subtle hand on that because it'll look
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
really artificial. I see that all the time. People just yanking it like all the way, and it's like, come on, man, that's not natural.
But,
Lightroom, you said, Kenny. Was it?
What's up, brother?
Was it Lightroom?
Lightroom, yeah,
Lightroom, yeah.
Yep.
You can get Lightroom for the.
$20.
You can get the Lightroom app on cell phone as
Oh,
well.
for free.
Yeah. Yep.
And there's some really good functionality in
Is
that.
that
Like,
what
I'm
I used to
surprised
do
it's
before?
free.
Yeah, but what I used to do before I got the paid subscription on the PC is I would do everything in Helicon, do my stack, upload it into my Google Drive, download it from Google Drive onto my cell phone, and then use the Lightroom app on there to edit all my photos. Like up until about,
Oof, that's a
Just
really
before I gave
inefficient
up.
way to do it. Yeah.
I know.
You might as well stack them and
Hence
then
why I
edit
got
the,
the
the
subscription.
final. Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
they have a Photoshop app that's free too, with like
Yeah.
limited capability. And then I just don't think if you're only on mobile, I don't think the Photoshop app has the functionality to be worth paying for yet. Like, Photoshop is a heavy fucking program. Layers really stack up and are really processor intensive. If you're on an iPad like Pro or something, that might be a different story. But I think if you're on mobile, don't pay for the Photoshop unless you have a laptop.
Most of the actual editing, like the contrast, exposure, shadows, highlights, I'll do that in Lightroom.
Yeah,
But the only thing I use Photoshop for is putting the logos and whatnot on, like the watermarks and the, like the, what the fuck is that called? The patch heal.
yeah, the patch tool.
I use that in Photoshop, like just to take out like slight blemishes
Yeah.
and stuff like that. That's the
Little
only thing I use
fuzzies and all that
Photoshop.
nonsense.
Yep.
Dude, all right, so one more thing you should do. Filters, sharpen, smart sharpen.
Smart sharpen, yeah. Yep.
I love that filter because you can dial it in.
Actually, that's the other thing I use
Oh,
Photoshop
okay.
for as
So
well.
for everybody who uses Lightroom, when you get down to the sharpening tab, right, and you can like drag sharpening and then I think it's like radius and then masking.
Yeah.
Take that masking slider to like 97, almost all the way to the right. So what that masking slider will do, if it's all the way to the left, you're sharpening the entire image. So you're sharpening the black, the shadow, everything, any grain or noise you have in that photo, you're sharpening it, making it more prevalent. When you take it down, it finds the edges, the already sharp edges in the photo, and only sharpens those. So always take that sharpening slider almost all the way to the right, so it only sharpens what's supposed to be sharp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to answer Anthony Yukichi's question, I don't actually take the background out. That's just a black felt background that I actually have in my light box. So that's just solid black felt behind the RDA. So the only thing that I usually do in Helicon is, before I take it over to Lightroom, is I'll use the brush tool and I'll just darken the background even more, just so that the RDA jumps out more at you. So, but I don't actually take the backgrounds out.
You can take the black level down too.
Yeah.
Crush the blacks.
Yeah.
What's up, Jay?
I might actually do that one time. I'll do like like my process, a video showing my process.
Do it, dude.
Yeah.
YouTube has a serious lack of coil photography content.
Yeah. I think the last one I saw was Corey Rosen, prescription coils. That was pretty much the last photo editing video that I saw for coil building anyway.
Yeah. When I did my live stream about it, I didn't get into the post-processing too hard. I just did the stack.
Yeah. How's it going, David Napier, Robert Hale? Kip Drippers, holy shit. How's it going?
Dude, I had a really hard time trying to figure out how to stack photos.
It can be a pain in the dick. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm still trying to figure it out. Yeah. I'm still trying to figure it out even now, like how to get rid of ghosting.
Yeah. That's my
I have never stacked a photo.
Most of the ghosting though comes from like your lighting. Mm-hmm. From what I can gather, it's like if you've got the slightest bit of the metal that's actually got a bit of glare, when you put that into the photo stacking, that glare will get kind of magnified over a certain length of time. The more out of focus in each photo, the more out of focus that glare gets, the more ghosting you're going to get. So you want to try and get the metal as glareless as possible, in your initial photographs.
That's controlling those specular highlights.
Yeah. That's the one. What he said.
That'll prevent a lot of that. And then the other issue is like that.
Not to be confused with speculum highlights.
Right.
That's a completely different kettle of fish.
Yeah. And then one of the things that I struggle with is that that blurriness that just pops up in random spots, and that's always from me rushing through the photography process.
Yeah. There's ways you can like.
Oh, I go in with the clone stamp tool and fucking manufacture what's missing, but it's such a pain in the ass to do.
Yeah, I mean, there are ways you can take it out after, but it depends on where it is as well.
Yeah. And if it's not like super noticeable, I fucking leave it.
Yeah, if the ghosting's like, say this is your subject, this is your main subject. If the ghosting's towards the edges, you can more or less get it out every time, but the closer in, you're screwed.
Mm-hmm.
There's no real way of getting rid of it completely.
Yeah, if it's like in between, like if you're doing like a side boob shop and it's like in the coil, that's a tough. Yeah. And if you can't like recreate the contours of like the RDA or something, that could be tough trying to get the perfect circles and the different radiuses.
Hello, big fan from Japan. Good to see you.
Is that his name, Big Fan?
Here we go. I've got to say this, seeing as how we have someone from Japan here. Sono doraku watashi no deba arimasen.
Is that the drugs aren't mine or something?
Yep, it
Yep.
certainly is. Anthony,
So do you
a
speak
good-
Japanese with an Irish accent? Or Scottish accent? Sorry.
probably. Probably.
That's wild.
Anthony, you don't necessarily have to get like a dedicated macro lens. You can get there's cheap ways to do it. One of the cheap ways to do it is to get yourself one of these. So I'm using an 1855 lens, I think it is. I've got, but then get yourself one of these.
Like a clip-on for your cell phone, also.
Yep. If you're using cell phone, yep, you can get those ones.
Is that a diopter?
Jay's got.
What is that?
That's Raynox DCR 250. That's the only macro that I use, because I can't afford an actual dedicated macro lens. So you can pick one of these up for probably, where are you, Anthony? I'm assuming you're
God,
in the
that's like a
US, so it'll be about-
teleconverter.
yeah, it'll be about $75. But if you can't afford a proper dedicated macro lens, then that's the way to go. You can get fairly decent photos using these, but
Dude, your shots are
obviously,
fantastic.
a lot of that's
Yo,
editing.
listen to Big G. Don't listen to me.
A lot of that's editing.
You'll never hear anyone say that ever again.
I've just found cheap ways to make them work for myself, because I'm too much of a skinflint to spend money on a proper lens.
Flick.
Skinflint.
A what? I don't think you can talk about that on this kind of channel.
Oh no, not Skinflick. No, we're not on Chatterbait or Pornhub yet.
Well, you call it what you want. Tomato, tomato. Tomato, tomato.
Sherlock, your stream's froze apparently.
Of course it is.
This is.
But yeah,
I like this one.
if you're
we
not
have
worried
for
about the
flipping
money
on
and
the
you're
phone.
looking for an actual dedicated macro lens, Rebel EOS T6 Kenny dedicated macro. He's not worried
Either
about
the
the money.
Tam. Oh, you're not worried about the money? Get the Canon
No.
L, the Canon 100mm 2.8 macro. Phenomenal
There you
lens. But if you're not worried about money, pick up a fucking Sony A7R3 or 4 with the Sony macro. It'll blow it out of the water. That's coming from somebody who shot Canon and Sony in professional settings, and I swear by the Sonys.
Put this up in the chat. That's the lens.
What's
I'm
what do you
using.
I don't know if Ohm Chaser can hear me, but what is he making? Do we know what he's doing?
This
working on
is a
his-
build for the build off.
No. I've got my build for the build off in the ops.
Oh, right. Oh, did you manage to get it?
Just going to attempt a stitched Enigma.
Oh,
You know, I haven't done an Enigma
I was
since I
showing
made my
this. I
tutorial
like
about
this.
yeah. If you're using cell phone, that's the way to
That
go.
is a pretty.
It's- yeah.
it. You know,
I like
I,
how it's
Yeah,
got
this
that
is
hood.
neat with a cell phone.
I have a
like how it's
couple of
got the
those.
hood on it, actually.
Huh?
That one
Huh?
that Kim's got has a hood
Yeah.
on it as well.
Yeah. How about
Yeah, I
it?
like that.
That's
I have a
pretty cool.
couple of those
Yeah.
in my basement. I think I'm going to give away to any of my Patreons who want it.
There you go, folks.
Yeah.
How much
So
did that
that-
lens cost you, Kim?
I don't recall. I'll ask Merlin. It's that brand.
What is that? Illuminon?
Illimon.
Aluminon, and it come with this little
Aluminon.
case, and it has another lens.
Sounds
Is it
like
under,
Another
like,
lens.
the-
I'll ask Merlin how much.
That's the
Did you
fancy
say it was
version.
under like a $20, $30 range?
Probably, yeah, because he don't spend too much on things, but he does like to splurge a little. I can't even remember. I don't know. He buys so much stuff, I don't pay it no mind.
So the the lens, that Raynox DCR 250 that I just put up in the chats there, you can find them on Amazon as well. You'll find them Amazon, eBay. You'll probably find them anywhere.
There goes my laundry basket.
Oh no, the laundry.
I'm good.
Here,
But
I'll show you guys.
that's a cheaper way of getting macro shots anyway.
Dude, when I do photos now, I don't even use a macro lens. I just I zoom in to below 2.8 and then I crop it. Yeah. Make sure I get a really, really clear photo. And then when it crops, it comes out magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the lens that I use. It's a.
Let me get where I can see Josh.
All right.
Jeez.
Can I not send a
That's
photo
nice
on Patreon?
That's some heavy duty lens
Oh,
there.
my.
Yeah, it's by Mactrim. Comes with this case. You get a telephoto lens. They've got a bendable tripod.
Oh, that's cool. Gorillas.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And then you get like a fisheye and a wide angle attachment for it. It's got this nifty little expandable base for your phone to screw onto the tripod. Which, I mean, I'm sure, most tripods, they come with that.
That's a good point there, actually, Roy. The Raynox works really well if you're using extension tubes as well.
You can do
You can
both?
get some... Oh, yeah, you can still use extension tubes. I have done. In fact, I might actually do that for this build because that's the thing. Like with this build, I wanted to get really close in to the actual coil, but the lens I'm using, I can't get like really close in, so I might actually stick the extension on.
That's good again.
Oh, here, real quick, let me do this. All right, so if you're watching on my channel, I'm going to end that stream now. So if you want to keep watching, which you should, come on over to Wire Talk with Big G. We're gonna hang out over there. So come join us over there, okay? All right. You heard it here first. Well, not first. Everybody said that. All right. What do I need to do?
I don't even know what chat's what here.
I'm afraid I'm gonna end something that I don't need to end.
Don't end it then.
Oh, okay.
Don't even end it.
Well, no, that's the point.
Don't even end it then. Okay?